This episode, I'm going to be speaking to the three directors of Maben Group, Ben Pedersen, Damien Marasco, and Craig Gathercole, a well-renowned construction company in Melbourne. There's a really interesting theme to their story, which is about putting people before profit.
Respecting each other over money is the number one factor.
Ben, Damien, Craig, thank you for being part of it.
Thank you.
Across the industry, and it's in Victoria or probably Australia-wide, there's been a tendency for organisations in the construction space to grow for the sake of growth and growing for the wrong reasons. And I think you've been quite good at doing it based on the strength of your people.
Yeah, we're obviously Victoria-based only. There may be a time, there probably will be a time, but we don't want to just be a national builder for the sake of being and having an address interstate just for the sake of being that, because business is about our people, and we would want to replicate that in another state. We want to get this right here, and yeah, potentially that might be an option, but you'd want the same core values in any other state. You don't want to just go there to have an address and be a national builder. So
it's easy to say yes, but you got to learn to say no, and really take that into your own hands and control your destiny. And if it means that you got to pull back, you pull back. And you've taught us very early on, build the war chest up so you don't have to rely on, you can ride the wave, have some money in the bank and have some reserves to try to take some control of what you're doing. Otherwise your business can get out of control and then all of a sudden you throw it all away.
Our larger clients have pretty high expectations of what they want from a builder and a partner. And I think that then challenges, or has challenged us, to keep improving the business systems. And although we're not growing for the sake of growth, by improving those business systems, it starts to evolve, and you do grow as a result of that, because you have greater capacity, they have more trust in you, they give you better jobs and bigger jobs, and it just starts to flow. But I think if you focus on just taking on everything and growing for the sake of it, then it's proven it doesn't work. You've got to have that framework and those systems in place to be able to handle it, whether it's bringing on another Craig or taking on a bigger client or a bigger project that might challenge you as a business.
How do you manage meeting the demands and expectations of your team and keeping and retaining your key people?
Respecting each other over money is the number one factor. So if things are good, it's always easy when it's good. But if it's not so good, you got to basically approach things the same way. So I remember my father telling me it's like a marriage. You need to look after the worker just as well as you do your partner, because you're both at it and you both got to respect each other, and we've successfully done that.
We want people to want to work for Maben Group. We want to be the employer of choice, and we want to be different to our competitors. So the fact that we've continued to push that and now delivered on that, and we'll continue to obviously manage that process.
It goes back to intention too. Look, I think our intention's never been to make, we're going to retire in one job, or we're going to just, make all the squillions of dollars. Or our intention was to come together, give opportunity to good people, be upfront with them. Some of us work, some hasn't, but majority has. And I think they buy into that vision because they see it's not just about profit.
Now, we all came from a business at Probel that was smaller than we are now.
Yeah.
And the best times we had at that business was growing that business.
Roll up your sleeves and get into it.
And that business only became as good as it was because of the people that were within that business.
One of the exciting things for me and our team's involvement has been how you've been able to set a strategy, and by and large, you've hit your targets. And that, I'm not just talking the financials, I'm talking about what you've done with the key personnel.
It happens very organically for us, probably the three of us, and definitely with Damien and I. And we don't think about it too much. We're pretty much aligned, but we don't have to work too hard on making that strategy work. It must be frustrating for someone like you who wants to put that strategy in writing and get it out to the team. But as you grow, you have to do that. And I think if you weren't here, Damien, pushing us along and getting that and making sure that we were evolving like that, we wouldn't be where we are.
We've got a team that started with us straight out of uni with zero responsibility. They were probably free-spirited as well, and then now you've seen them graduate and find a partner and get married and have kids. And that those responsibilities become real for them, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, well, this is a big deal now. You're worried about all these people and their futures. So that plan gives security to their families and their partners and their wives and
All the other stakeholders too.
all the other people. So I think the vision's very important.
Ben, Damien, Craig, thank you for being part of it today. It's much appreciated.